White.
Nice man, love it.
Like the sneakers.
Nice though. Huh?
Oh, you win.
Hmm?
You win.
What do you mean you win?
No, Jordan.
Jordan, you where you come from, but you win. What name so?
You not even know where you are, man.
And me know what me did have on, but me don't know what you talking about. Anyways,
Oh, I said morning,
good morning, good
good
afternoon.
afternoon, and good evening. What's up?
Come now and start to think properly. Ready?
Good morning.
Good afternoon and good evening.
This is Rogue TV. I am Jay.
And I'm with.
Today we're going to be talking about little things that used to make us kids.
Yeah. The rude days.
Yeah, the days that
Teenager
Mommy.
days when you're
Yeah.
sneaking out, going to all the parties, and the predicaments that you might end up in, good or bad, and how you get out of them. So,
well, get into them and get out of them.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And boy, oh boy, those were the days. I think everybody can remember a time when they snuck out or they find some excuse to leave the house and then you don't necessarily go as how you predicted. And but look, then you're probably shitting yourself or you're probably like scared in that moment. But now years later you look back and you laugh about it and you actually, I wouldn't change a thing about it.
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing changed.
No.
Even now we still do certain things.
Still find a way to sneak out, sneak in, and all of the sorts. In Mobile I did one of them party cities. Well, it still is actually. And I remember around Christmas time, I did always Christmas time we normally try to sneak out because mommy always gets some form of work. So with us just girls and my older sister, she was always out with her friends. So we just leave with me, and then normally I get stuck with my little sister, the smallest one. So I remember one year my sister was about, now guys, don't judge me. I'm sure everyone, if my little sister is watching this, I'm sure you're looking back at it laughing. You know, everyone can understand because
She's telling on her little sister right now. That's what she's about to do.
no, I'm not. I'm gonna tell you about what I did. It's wrong now, looking back, but it wasn't then in my mind. Anyways, it was Christmas and there's this place on the hip strip, Mobile hip strip. There's all the parties are kept during Christmas. So what was it called? Santa Bling? There's something like that. You always keep at Zing Shack. And I was about 15, 16. So I snuck out with, my mom wasn't even there anyway, so I didn't even snuck out. I just left and told my sister, come on, we're going into the town to see all the lights and stuff. So I met up with my other friends and everybody's like, oh, what we doing for tonight? So I'm like, everybody's saying, Whitney, what you doing with your little sister? Because she was like, just like probably 11 at the time, very small, but very young. And she's like, Whitney, I want to go home. This is like midnight when parties start, you know. And Whitney, I want to go home. I'm like, go home, we just come down, I'm not ready yet. So we go to Zing Shack, and in them times it didn't take much to bribe the guys at the front. You could even sneak in sometimes and then I realize. So anyways, me and about 4 of my friends and my younger sister, we managed to go in, and I put her right beside the speakers in the back because you know you can't stay at the front with a little kid. So we went all the way around the back where the bathrooms were, put her right beside the speaker. She's literally sat on the floor crying. And me and my friends across the room dancing and carrying on.
You hear mommy, you hear what she wanna do? You hear what she was doing?
about 3:30, I think she passed out. I can't remember. Oh God, that's so bad.
The sound of the box, the vibration of the beat, the bass, knock her out.
Is an adult come over and say, "He's who for picnic that." So when they realized that we were all young, they said, "Alright, it's time for you to go now. Go home." That was a night when we get home, and trust and believe, they did tell mommy what happened. But we got in so much trouble the next day, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Now, when we get together as sisters, we can look back at it and laugh. Don't it, Alicia? Yeah.
Well, remember, as a youth growing up, we used to do things like, well, if you're next door, once your parents know where you're at, they're good. But we used to stay over there next door until sometime 2 o'clock in the morning, just talking and answer story or dumpy story or just messing around. But then Christmas, Easter, those were times where everyone want to be out, not next door or in the yard or in the house. They want to be out because all young people are out. You want to be a part of it. Went to the beach. Right now it's called you know, I don't remember the Prairie Beach. I don't remember the name that they call it now. But anyway, music playing. My older brother is there. That time I just met him about a few months before.
You just met your older brother?
Oldest brother.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, we're there.
All right, Daddy.
He's standing there. He had a Heineken, but his dance was just standing like this. And for about an hour, he's in one place. Anyway, go back around and stand up beside him and Richie, what happened? Because he was taller than I was. And all of a sudden I was looking straight across in his face. When I looked, he danced himself into 2 holes. He used his foot, dug 2 holes in the sand. When he took his foot out, his shoes was wet.
He buried himself essentially.
He reached back home. He had to put them on the outside.
Yeah.
But then Christmas was the time that we used to go St. Anne's Bay or Orcharius. We used to try to go Brownstone, but we always try to get the information before we go because Brownstone was packed compared to St. Anne's Bay and Orchard. But then we used to have the firecrackers and the starlights. Firecrackers used to go on top of the, it's like a building, like where overlooking the street. Light the firecrackers, throw them out. And it so happened that those times we used to light the firecrackers like 20 in a bundle. Light one end and there's a all the way up. It dropped in a woman's head. And trust me, when it started going off, I mean, she had this wig on, right? And it seemed like it wouldn't fall off. The wig wouldn't come off, and the firecracker wouldn't come off. And you could see her trying to knock it off.
It wasn't working. Hey, she have to send us the link for that glue there.
And we ran because we knew we was going to get in trouble.
Oh, I remember one day after school, I was home, right? Me and my older sister. I don't remember why nobody else was home with us. I think they probably went to the supermarket or something. Can't remember. So there was this guy, because there were more than one houses in the yard that we lived in. And there was this young man that recently moved into one of the front rooms. And he was known to sell weed. So remember, we're not weed builders or anything like that, you know. So my sister said, Winnie, we go buy some weed and smoke some weed. So I was like, all right. So we went around. Then time they could get like a 50 bag, a bag for 50 Jamaican dollars, yeah. And so we went and I got a $50 bag, and we went back in the house. So we trying now. We get a paper, little wisdom, and we are trying to roll the weed now, right? So my sister kind of had hers together. So we were in the house. We didn't even think to go outside or go around the back. We were literally in our bedroom on our bed. And I'm there messing about. And I'm like, oh, well, it looks like it will stay together. So I basically just wrapped it. I didn't do anything else. And I go to light it, and first it was lit. And I go and I'm puffing like, and I'm like, why am I not getting anything? I'm like, what's that? There's something burning. All the weed fell out of the thing on my lap.
Yeah.
But we were on the bed, so because it burnt me, I kind of like just flicked it off my leg. And it went on the bed and it burned straight through the
burned
sheet.
out.
Because my sister patted it, but you know when you pat, like, it's already lit. And when you pat, it just burned through, so it burned through the sheet onto the mattress.
Yeah.
When we finally got it out, like literally, we were probably saved by like 10 minutes, because 10 minutes after, is the door open and mommy come in and is like, what's that? What's that?
I almost burned the house down.
We light the stove, because them times we used to crush up paper sometimes to light the stove, so we just said we light the stove, but the paper take too long to out, so that was the burn sin. After today I still have a burn on my leg to show.
Well,
don't play around with what you don't know about.
well, I can remember smoking weed. Well, my father used to get the weed because he used to smoke weed, but what he used to do, he used to get like a pound or like he's gonna do something, because he used to do his little thing on the side while he worked. So whatever he get, he used to go pull out a bud. And one day, me and my little brother rolled one up and we had it hit. So dad came home. My little brother didn't know. Anyway, I'm round the front and I hear my little brother calling me. So I'm like, "May I come?" But he keep calling and I'm not answering no more. So my dad was like, why is it like, why keep calling me? What happened? Go find out what happened, man. So I didn't want to move because I knew what was going on. Anyway, he decided he was going to find out what's going on. He get up, walk in the room, can't see my little brother. Look behind the bed head. My little brother behind him. Big spliff in his mouth. Getting ready to light.
He touched the bullet and sold out him, brother.
Yeah. No, the thing is, he didn't light it.
Yeah.
But he didn't hear me answering him.
He should have had,
So
he should have had a
yeah.
code word, man, for just in case if daddy's home.
No, but he should have called on, because usually once you say it's weed, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, my dad called me. I went in. He like, what happened here? I'm like, I don't know. But I'm the older one to him, so you like, you know what's going on.
You should know. Yeah, you're the older brother.
Both of us got a whoop ass that day.
Oh gosh. Hey, I can tell you when we used to get into trouble as kids, because my dad, like, he has other kids outside, like beside my mom, and so we are very close in age. So I remember being young. This is one of my earliest memories. And at the time, my older brother was living with us. Now, my dad, he used to put money in the phone book. So that's where I used to keep. So one day I was just randomly, you know, as kids you go through the things in the house, and we had this little coffee table and the phone book was on it. So I'm just skipping through the phone book and I found, I think it was like, what was it? Probably like $100. And that time $100 was a lot of money. And I go like to my older brother, brother, I found $100. I found $100. Now he knew it was our dad's money, and he's like, really? It's like, come on, let's go. Because at that time we used to have, you know, pick a balloon. When you go, you pick a number. So basically there was this game. So there was this it was like so a thing filled with different sizes of balloons. Not everyone always strikes. So you pay a certain amount of money to pick letters out of a bag or numbers, and if the number corresponds with the balloon, you get that balloon. So everybody always tried to pick the number for the biggest balloon. So you know, you pick out, you might get one is probably a smaller balloon, so you go again. So me and my brother was at the shop, and we literally, but that day when I said we had a blast, because Bigfoot, anybody who know Bigfoot, you remember Bigfoot and bag juice? That was our thing back in the day. So living the life, eating our Bigfoot. It's like an onion and cheese snack. Eating our Bigfoot, drinking bag juice, playing pick a balloon, and we still didn't get the big one. So I think we got change, and my brother was like, go put it back, go put the change back. It's like, alright. Now remember the phone book, there's 2 books, right? I don't remember which book I took it from, so I just put the money in a different book. I couldn't remember. That night Daddy come home from work going through his phone book. And he's like to my mom, mother. And she comes and she's like, what? And it's like, what happened to my money? And she's like, what money? Because obviously she didn't know about it. And then she called us over. She's like, Whitley, where you guys get the money to buy the Bigfoot and bag juice I saw you with earlier? I'm like, huh?
Spend daddy money.
So my daddy, he lined all of us next to the clothes basket, right? Because we had this wooden clothes basket, and there was probably like 3 of us at the time, or 4 of us. He lined us up, and I saw he went from one, literally, whap, 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 whap. And then afterwards he said, that's part 1. If I come home tomorrow and don't get my money, part 2. The next day the whole of we tear up the house. But we did find the change eventually. I put it in a different book. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, those were the days, man.
I remember. You remember when the US dollar? No, you wouldn't remember those. One time US dollar was the same value as Jamaican dollar.
Backside. I saw you all that.
And then it went to 2 to 1. But when it went to 2 to 1, there was a US dollar in the house. I don't remember where I found it, but it was in my parents' bedroom. And I took it. It was banking day. I took it and I went to school with it. And I changed it, and I used 10 cents out of it to buy candy and banked the rest. Anyway, when I went home the evening, I see some seriousness that I didn't see before. So I'm like, something wrong.
Mm-hmm. In it now?
Yeah. Where is the dollar that was such and such? Yes, it was in the sewing machine drawer. I'm like, I spent it. I carried it to school. And man, that was all I had to say. I got licks left, right, and center.
Yeah,
I mean, I got so much licks that my brothers ran.
Yeah, nowadays kids don't know about beatings.
But
yeah,
after that now, it so happened that a $20 got missing I would say about 2 or 3 years later. And I didn't know nothing about it. And all of a sudden, because I had taken the $1 years before, that never left the top of my head. I was like the black sheep of the family from then. I got another ass whooping for something I didn't know nothing about. When I found out about it, what really happened, it was the next door neighbor that took it.
Oh no!
But the funny thing is, the next door neighbor took it. My dad thought that I'm the one that took it because everybody was saying it has to be him because he's the one that stole before.
Yeah.
But the thing is, somebody in the house knew that I wasn't the one. I found out later on that that person knew.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't say anything?
No, that person didn't say anything. But we're still there.
Oh no, when daddy put me, I remember my sister actually ran away once, you know. She didn't run away as in, I don't remember what she didn't do or what she did. I think, oh yes. So you know, as kids we always like playing, always find things to cook and stuff outside, right? So we had this and a banana. bananas in the house, and I think some other grown veggies, and my older sister, my brother says like, oh, they're gonna cook. No, I'm the young one, right? So I wasn't gonna get beaten for that. So they took all the bananas out of the house. Now a Hannah banana is like, what's that, 12?
Yeah, about 12.
About 12 on a Hannah banana. They took all 12 of it, took outside with some other stuff. Only banana I remember for some reason, I don't know why. No, I don't even know who they cooked for, because I didn't get any out of it, you know. And what them do with it. I just remember Daddy come over again and he's like, where's the food I'm gonna cook for dinner? And the next thing, the only thing I hear is the door shut, and my sister and my brother took off. They didn't come home that night. The next day, because Daddy worked every day, when he left again and she come home, my mom was like, where did you go? Because back then, like, we had phone, but you know, it's the big fridge phones and stuff. It wasn't like, it didn't give kids phone them time. So, and we checked with neighbors and stuff, nobody had seen them.
Those phones they hold like this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know what, because it was like an unfinished building, so we lived like in a 2-story building, and the top bit wasn't finished. After they ran out and run over to the bushes and they hid for the evening, when it started to get dark and they got afraid, they went to the unfinished part and slept in the unfinished building until the next day, and they came down because they know they was gonna get an ass whooping. Hey, when you know you're about to get beat, or you know you get caught, trust me,
Take for yourself.
you move, you run. But now looking back at it, if you were to bring it up with him or mention it to him, he'd probably start laughing as well. It's like, see, you didn't need to be behaving like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, half the times you get beatings, there was no need for it. It wasn't even that big thing. We used to get beaten, you know, bitters. Oh my God, now my dad was a big thing. Like, my mom didn't really beat us, you know. Like, our mom, she wasn't the beater, right? My dad, Jesus, any little thing you do, you get licked fine up. Wow. So he was simplest little thing. So he loves us. He warms us all the time.
Wait up. When I was a kid, my parents were early in the morning. I remember this one particular morning.
Kingsley Amos.
I mean, we as kids in the room, and we were already waking thing. Anyway, I hear my dad calling me. So I get up and went to the room. You know what he asked me? Turn on the radio for me. I mean, his head is right here, right? And the radio is right here. All he has to do is just turn over and do like this. He tell me to turn the radio on. I'm like, what the fuck?
You can't say no neither.
Yeah, can't say no. You have to just do it.
Hey, that's one of the joys of being like an older sibling, right? And I think that's one of the joys of having children, you know, because when as kids, the parents just take the piss and just like, get me that. Even when they can do it themselves and they're right next to it, they tell you to go do it or ask you to do it, right? But I enjoyed it being an older sister, because I'd always be like, oh, could you get me that please? And I'm like,
wait up, hold on, tell her something now. You remember when color TV just started coming in Jamaica? A remote control TV.
yeah.
Alright. My mom had went to she went to America. She brought home a color TV. Hello. Color TV and a video. Those times, you know,
the
big
cassettes they put in, yeah. I remember those.
Now, me and my dad alone home, and he's there watching TV. So I'm sitting on the toilet in the bathroom with the door open, and he's there watching TV, and I use the remote and press open the VCR. The cassette came out. He get up and he look at it, and he look at it, and he went and he push it in. I went in, and I turn off the TV, and he get up, and he like, no man, something wrong. I turn it back on and he jump back. So he there now. And he just walking around and looking at you like, what's going on? What happened? Where is it? Turn it off. Turn on the DVD. Open. And all I heard was the front door closed.
Now play around with this.
That's all I hear. The front door closed.
Take of yourself.
Come out. Open the front door, look out. I see him standing in front of the house like this. I knew if I said anything, I would have got my ass whooped. So I just act like it was nothing.
Yeah, just take the victory in silence and walk away. You both know what just happened.
When my mom came home and he was telling my mom there was a ghost in the house or something. Something ain't right.
Yeah.
Until this day. This is the first time repeated that.
Oh my Lord. In this bad time, you can't do anything better than just look back on the good times, you know?
Right.
Just reminisce and have a laugh. So I hope this is bringing back memories and you guys want to listen, thinking about all the crazy stuff that happened as kids.
Real talk.
The only dopey story I didn't...
That is another one.
What, dopey story? Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Stay safe and enjoy the rest of the day or night. Bye.